Ilia Topuria vs. Charles Oliveira is an awesome main event. It's the primary draw of UFC 317. Alexandre Pantoja vs. Kai Kara France is a good title fight too, of course, and the rest of the card is interesting enough, but it's the main event that is going to convince people to part with their hard-earned cash. We're talking about an undeniably electric matchup. Ilia Topuria is in the midst of a generational run, utterly dominating the previous greats in a display of excellence and violence alike. Oliveira, conversely, is still one of the most exciting lightweights of all time, which is quite high praise when you consider some of the names in those ranks. A certified banger of a main event. Unfortunately, it's a harder sell as a world lightweight title fight. If the UFC belt is supposed to symbolize the best 155-pounder in the world, can we really crown the Topuria vs. Oliveira victor as such? Is a win here enough to justify that for either man when Islam Makhachev is probably returning from his welterweight bid within the next 9 months? Makhachev's shadow hangs over the bout. The Dagestani champion has been so good for so long, and his reign already includes a fairly effortless trouncing of Du Bronx. Given the timing of it all, this feels more like an interim belt than the real deal. Were it not for UFC's recent turn against double champions, it probably would be for interim gold. As an unabashed fan of Charles Oliveira, it pains me to admit he's part of the issue here. The Brazilian legend is 2-2 in his last 4 fights, and while he still looks like a top 5 lightweight, it's also apparent that he's not at the absolute peak of his game anymore. Compared to Arman Tsarukyan, Justin Gaethje, and even Paddy Pimblett, the 35-year-old doesn't necessarily feel like the best choice of foil for Topuria's lightweight dance partner. The betting odds reflect as much, pitting Oliveira as a gigantic underdog. It would be foolish to ever count out Du Bronx entirely, but it certainly feels like he's being set up to get demolished by the young boxer. Once more, this is still a great fight, one of the best of the year yet. It's a tremendous introduction to the lightweight elite for Topuria, a chance to prove he's one of the best 155-pounders on the roster. Beating Du Bronx proves he's among that caliber of fighter, but sadly, it does not prove him the best lightweight in the world. Ultimately, it feels like Islam Makhachev is getting exactly what he wanted despite technically vacating his belt. Come Sunday morning, most will still view the Russian as the best lightweight on the planet, belt or no belt. Then, when he comes back to lightweight in the near future, Topuria will have proven himself a genuine lightweight or not. In that case, the super fight is still on, except nobody can throw he keeps beating up featherweights accusation at Makhachev. If Topuria gets upset, Makhachev loses out on a high-profile payday, but his reluctance to take the fight is vindicated.